even notice it because I like came in this point. I saw the outside. I was like, oh, this is crazy. I didn't even see this in like half an hour.
It's a long one.
Why'd you do that?
Right.
So.
All of our features located right here, and this one is equipped with everything. So we can go over any terrain. This is a 2.7 liter. It's a V6 twin turbo EcoBoost. So it's got about 330 horsepower, about 415 foot-pounds of torque. We're going to get onto the side hill. Now imagine that this is a sand dune. Now typically you would not want to be sideways on a sand dune like this, right? You'd want to go up it straight. So it's nice that this thing can sit here. You feel super stable. We're only at about 22 degrees right there, so not too bad. Now have you ever been on a teeter-totter that's life-size with a vehicle?
No.
No? Okay, we're gonna have fun on this thing. It's kind of like our little Indiana Jones moment, okay? We're gonna get onto this thing, and the scary part about it is the fact that I've got to get all the way to the top so that weight will distribute us and knock us over. So the problem is I can't see anything, right? And so I've got no visual of where that end is without falling off. So it's nice that I'm equipped with cameras on board, so now I can see exactly where I need to stop so that I don't go too far. Awesome. Tip all the way over. Now it will slam on the ground, but you can feel the suspension really absorb that hit. It doesn't bounce, it doesn't hit up at all. It's just nice and stable. Pretty awesome. We're gonna do a little,
It's not beating you up.
Yeah, exactly. It's nice and smooth. Now we're going to do a little rock crawling over this next section. So we're going to use our goat modes toggle. This is where all of our driving modes are located. So you'll see on the dash, as I turn it, we'll go through the different modes. I'm going to go all the way over to rock crawl mode. Now that is going to put us into 4 low, so it takes a minute to click in. It's going to turn on my cameras and my rear locker at the same time. So now we're going to want to turn on our front locker as well. So we've got front and rear differential lockers on. So now both wheel sets are going to spin at the same time so we get more traction. And we've got this camera setting on with now this set of tire tracks. So now I can see exactly where I'm going to place the tires. But even better than that is a split screen of the 2 front tires. So now I can see exactly where I'm placing them. I no longer have to stick my head super far out of the window to see that tire and then guess on that side. So it does make a big difference when it comes to off-roading and being able to see exactly where you're placing those tires. And we're going to let the suspension articulate, flex out. Now the way to get a little more traction so that those tires can get a little closer to the ground, we can hit what's called the stabilizer bar disconnect. Now that is a hydraulic disconnect of the front suspension. This is the first and only vehicle on the market that's ever had the technology to do that, and we can do it anytime on the trail we want to. So it's a pretty big upgrade for off-roaders. It's pretty nice that they have finally come up with a system that's a little better than what typically is called a sway bar disconnect in other off-road vehicles, where you have to do that in park on flat ground before you go trail riding. So then you would keep it disconnected all day throughout the trail, and at the end of the day on flat ground in park, you'd reconnect. Now we can do it anytime, while we're flexed out, while we're rolling, anytime throughout the trail, and as many times as we want. So it is a really, really cool upgrade. Another really cool feature too, so you noticed I was driving with 2 pedals, the gas and the brake, to make it nice and smooth. Another way of driving through here and not having to use both feet is I can hit that button right here in the middle. That is our 1 pedal and also our trail control button. It initiates both of them. So I could put it on that and it would do the acceleration with the gas pedal, but then when I let off, it would also do the braking for me as well. So it could do both features, which is really nice. So I don't have to use both feet to do it. Or I could initiate the trail control, but it'll actually do the driving for me at whatever speed I set, just like cruise control. But it's for slow speeds on the trail. So we're going to go out of 4 low. I'm going to put it back into slippery mode. And that's going to take a second to just switch out of 4 low and go back into 4 auto. It'll reconnect everything, turn off my lockers, turn off my cameras, because now that I don't need it, I'm not in an off-road mode. And then We're just gonna head outside, do a little washboard action. You guys can feel what that feels like at speed. Not too bad,
yeah.
right? Nice and smooth. Like a little back massage. So we're gonna do a little climbing up this mountain. So this is a 30-foot mountain. I'm gonna turn on our rear locker again. We're gonna turn on our cameras again because as we go up this, you'll notice we're just staring at the sky. I can't see anything. So really helpful to have that view where tires going up nice and straight. Make sure we're not falling off the side or anything. Now that we are at the top, I really like to stop on this back side. How often do you get to sit at a 40-degree angle like this?
Not often.
Right? Exactly. You feel how smooth the ride is overall. They've done a really good job at refining these things. They're not a bumpy, rough ride like you'd expect.
Yeah.
They're really quite smooth and sophisticated.